reality that we're seeing here according to Ukrainian government officials, ministers, that close to 60 confirmed fatalities, dozens dead, including civilians, that they're on the outskirts of Kiev already. There's an analysis, a perspective that this is land for time, that the Ukrainian military didn't want protracted battle against the impressive armament of Russia. They knew it would be a losing battle in open space. They wanted to try and perhaps draw Russia into a protracted guerrilla-style campaign in urban centers and urban areas. They're on the doorstep of Kiev. Perhaps, like Zelensky said, the president of Ukraine, we're going to have men, if need be, come fighting in the city square. What could be in store in the hours or days to come militarily as the West determines its sanctions package?
Okay, two things to keep in mind. First of all, we're still really in the fog of war. So the fact that they landed some paratroopers in an airport outside of Kiev doesn't mean they're about to capture Kiev. It's a big difference between one and the other. And the Russians certainly want to give the impression of movement and try to convince the Ukrainians to give up. So we need to be very careful in the coming hours and even days in thinking that the Russians have won already. The Russians want to think they're going to win without any costs. The Ukrainians want to put as great a cost as they can. I think they will fight, not to the last man, but they will fight, and they will try to bring the Russians in. The Russians have a tremendous advantage, like you said, on the open warfare. They have no real big advantage in urban warfare. And the question is, the Ukrainians willing to see their cities turned into the cities of Chechnya? That's one of the big questions, because, if we're afraid to go into Gaza City here in Israel because of the civilian casualties, the Russians couldn't care less. They'll kill as many people as possible. And as to sanctions, I want to make one important point, I think the goal of the Western world now has to be to put sanctions that will undermine the rule of Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin has to be undermined as many ways as possible. He's proven himself to be a very dangerous liar.
But you say that, but the reality is,